Greetings and welcome back, everyone. Today we are taking a look at Super7's Ultimates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Foot Soldier. Right here we have the purple box. All the villains are going to be in a purple color. All heroes will have a green. So if you remember, if you've watched the Raphael video I did, he had a green slipcover with a custom manhole cover on the front, and this one has a Foot Soldier style one with the knives and the foot, the silhouette of the foot mask there, and that's pretty cool. That looks awesome. And on the back there, it's got the Turtles logo.
We want to look at the toys.
It has a dark deco for the villains. It has this like cool blue, like dark indigo-ish with blue highlight lighting. There we get the new bio. In here we have the figure itself, and it looks quite awesome. All of the inside on here, big nice window box. It has a awesome array of all the different accessories that this guy comes with, and a lot of these Super7 turtles have come with quite a bit of accessories, but this guy, he does have quite a bit of stuff along with him. So let's open it up and let's take a look at everything we got inside. Now that we have our Foot Soldier out of his packaging, we can take a proper look at this guy and see what he's all about. And I gotta say right away, he has the look of the original toy, but also kind of has that cartoon look as well, and it just translates into this Super7 Ultimates form really, really well. He just, like the simplicity of it, but also there's an incredible amount of detail. When it's like the first layer of it that you look at it, it's just simple enough to be striking, but then you look at it a little closer and it has a lot of really awesome details to it. So let's get into it. Right away, let's look at the articulation on this guy. Starting out near his head, his head is on this incredible ball, like it's just a big ball joint. So it has a big wide range, so you can get his head looking both ways, and you can have it kind of tilting to the side, kind of get some Michael Myers action going on. Then his head can go up, because this character, and I've noticed this with a lot of the figures from this new line, is that they're meant to be kind of mimicking the poses and stance of their original counterparts. So when you're kind of posing them, that's a good thing to keep in mind, and I think that's how you get the most character out of this figure. Brought that up because of the way that he's going to be hunched over. Not as much of a back hunch as the old figure, I would say. When it comes to the posing, it is much nicer than the original figure, I must say. Going into the pelvis here, we got up and down, obviously, and then we got a joint here for swivel, and even we can move that joint on the inside there. Bends at the knees, kind of some swivel action. Cut at the top of the boot wrap here. We got rocker joint and bends at the ankle. Going into the shoulder, we have a bend really tight on this one. Then you also have a bend swivel at the bicep here, another bend at the elbow, single bend, pivot on there as well. Wrists, it spins, and then you got the bend. Overall, I would say a pretty good range of expression and articulation for this figure. It has that kind of Ultimates feel that we've been getting with the Ninja Turtles Ultimates. There's going to be a wide variety of sculpts with the bodies and the way that things work. It's not going to be so uniform as, say, the Masters of the Universe stuff would be. That's going to warrant some engineering prowess on their part when it comes to fulfilling the kind of articulation desires that we have as collectors. But moving on to the sculpt, I wanted to talk about, again, just that really awesome eye when it comes to detail with these figures. The kind of turtle shell looking bracers on here, good amount of detail on there, a lot of scratches and texturing on there that's really well done. On the wraps here, it's all the fiber and all the texturing on there is really well done, and it extends not only from the bottom of the leg here, but down into the foot as well. Even on the belt, it has some texturing too, and that kind of eye of detail extends even into the head, and then the eyebrows, the menacing brow, bean head, which is fun. The way that it tightly lays against the nose and into the mouth. That's a kind of a classic ninja Foot Clan look. And then even the foot symbol on his forehead is actually like a sculpted thing. It's not just like a paint deco or like a scan, and the paint on these as well is really subtle but also really well done. The eyes very bright, nice yellow. Love the way that it kind of has that nice gloss on there, but the red has a matte look, so that's interesting. That kind of contrast has a nice wash on it, so the whole figure plays out really well. It's very subtly done. I really enjoy the subtle nuances of this figure, and the decisions that were made with it really kind of bring the whole thing together really well.
Like a whole piece of pizza, like one, like multiple pieces of pizza go together into a whole piece.
Now, going through all the accessories that this guy has to offer, I thought we should look at the hands first. So he does have quite a few hands here. First off, we have the classic gripping hands, most important hands on an action figure. It's the same kind of system that we had on the Raphael figure. That peg is still pretty thin and small, so for me, if I'm going to adjust the peg at all, I will take it out first. It is possible, but when you're first kind of cracking the joints on these things, maybe do it separately, because having that stress could maybe break it off in there and then have it stuck in there. That's just me, just being prepared. But we got a set of open hands. We also have a set of kind of karate chop hands, martial arts function hands. This is good for kind of fist and palm, something like that. That always looks really cool. Then we have a close set of fists, look pretty good. And then we got ourselves the 2-finger, and that can lead into some of the accessories that this guy has. Something that helps for the ninja stars is not only you can pinch that in between the 2 fingers, you can also kind of set the ninja star on this hand, so then it kind of has that about to throw look, which is pretty cool. Next, I thought we'd just take a look at this right away, but it's the classic sprue, all of the weapons rack type thing. It has all of his accessories that also come painted, but they also have them in this blank kind of classic form, just like how the original figures used to have them. So I'm choosing to leave all mine on, but if you want your figure to have all the original looking accessories, this is a great addition. It's just pretty cool too, especially since these are a army builder type figure. Always helps to have more weapons for those kind of figures. That always helps. Now we're going to take a look at his main accessories, all of his painted accessories. And first off, we'll take a look at the classic knife. One of my favorite accessories for this guy. Ninjas, they need their sword, blade, they need something. This is a go-to accessory for my Foot Clan members. And they look pretty cool with it. Also pretty menacing, I would say. And you can get lots of cool dynamic poses with all those hands and with the knife. Then he has a simple blaster. Now, our ninjas in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they use guns. It's a little weird for ninjas to use guns, but they're also robots, so that helps. They're robot ninjas, it's fine if they use guns. And that looks pretty cool too. Then we have the blaster rifle, and mine, because I have bought 2 of these, and both of them have come out warped. So that is definitely something to be on the lookout for. Just heat it up a little bit, you might be able to bend it back into position, and then also you got the one on the sprue too, so there's plenty of options. The open hands with the slight bent finger, this one, it holds the guns alright if you can get the finger inside the trigger, but for something like this, it doesn't really hold it at all. Having the closed fist or the holding hand is kind of just better. Looks better too. Then we'll get on to the melee weapons. We got a kind of flail, this mace with a cord, solidly sculpted. It doesn't bend or anything. That would be cool if it bent, but it also needed to go on that sprue too, so that's no other extra element or something like that was needed. Another thing you can kind of get some good poses out of, about to throw kind of action going on, something like that. Other favorite accessory, interesting mace staff. This was the other accessory I usually used with my ninjas, and that just looks good. Just really comfortable look with the mace kind of staff. It even has the kind of weird strap that the other one did. And now I would like to take a look at this Foot Clan figure alongside of some of the other ones that we've got and the classic one. First up, I wanted to get the classic Foot Clan Soldier alongside the new one. Mine's missing the bracers, but you can see here where this really mixes well with the new aesthetic that they've created for this line. This is kind of one of the best examples of it looks just like the classic toy, in my opinion. But it also, you know, they've upgraded not only the articulation, but the paint and the sculpt as well are both really well done. And next we're going to put up a NECA Foot Soldier next to the Super7 one. And there is quite a big difference here. Our new one here is quite a bit chunkier. Even though they both have the lanky look, he's a little bit bigger. Not only height, but kind of like in stockiness. They both have that lanky look with the elongated arms and kind of lanky legs, but the Super7 one just really nails that look of the classic toy, and while the NECA one really nails the cartoon look really well. So I appreciate both of these in their own right, but if I'm looking at just like a Foot Soldier look in general, just like completely unbiased, I'm gonna go for the Super7 one a little bit more. I do really like this one, and it fits. These NECA Foot Soldiers do fit pretty well with the turtle figures for Super7. So if you missed out on this Foot Soldier and you're just going to use these, that works too. These were a little bit easier to army build with than say these ones, because the Super7 ones are going to be a little bit more expensive per figure, and so it is tough, because when you're picking up the 2-packs for the NECA cartoon turtles, you're already picking up Foot Soldiers along with that, or whatever other character. That being said, they look really cool next to each other. Then another NECA figure, the movie Foot Soldier, and these both look incredibly different from each other. These are the two stark differences. We get the movie one and the brand new, but still in the vein of the classic toy looking figure. This is what they looked at during the making of the movie, and they're like, let's make this. I love the classic look. Like they're scary looking ninjas, you know, when you're a kid and you first see that, you're like, oh, you know, they got these like weird eyes, you know. They did that well in the movie because they wanted that striking look of the eyes. So they like made this like mesh strainer eyeball covers. But yeah, it's cool to see them next to each other. Just those two, just way different. But you know, if you're collecting the movie turtles, this is the kind of Foot Soldier you want next to them. And then with the classic toy turtles, with these Ultimates figures, this is the kind of Foot Soldier you're gonna want next to your turtles. Really cool to see next to each other nonetheless. I thought it'd be fun to do some comparisons with Raphael, and you can really see that difference in height with these figures. The turtles are kind of the smaller, well, Raphael is kind of the smaller one of this first wave here. Then for fun, let's see him next to Toxie. Toxie and the Foot Soldier, next to a Masters of the Universe classic style Batman. That's fun to see. And something a little bit more in line with other figures in the store right now, a Cobra Soldier. Overall, I would say these are great figures, great representations of the classic line and also this new Ultimates line. Very well translated. They are simple, but not in a bad way, in the best possible way, that even the more simplistic looking figures of the classic toy line can be updated in a way where it's still very visually interesting and they still make for really great action figures. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. If you like what you saw, please leave a like. Also, you can subscribe if you want to see more toy reviews. I do this kind of stuff, and I also do more designer vinyl things as well. Follow me on Instagram at Video Vomit. And until next time, guys,